Hey, I want to share some of the findings that we had from yesterday's amazing talk with Sally Helgeson, who is the career coach and writer of the book, How Women Rise. And in that book, she talks about the 12 ways that women undermine their authority in the workplace and how it's keeping you from getting your next raise, your next promotion, or your next job. I'm only going to talk about 4 of them that I thought were really important to highlight from our talk yesterday. Number 1 is that women tend to put their head down and work. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but we hope that somebody like our boss or a collaborator or somebody else is going to notice our work ethic and what we're doing. And the fact of the matter is, it's important for us to become our own advocates, to step up and say, hey, I did this, or maybe this might be helpful. I wanted to share the findings or the results of X, Y, and Z. Number 2 is that we don't necessarily walk into a room and build win-win relationships. Women are often more apt to say, well, I'm just happy being friends. I don't want to bother that person or ask them for anything when I met them at a networking event. But men, on the other hand, will walk into a situation, walk onto a golf course, walk into a bar, and see how they can leverage relationships and make it a win-win for both sides. So that is something that Sally talked about yesterday, is how can you start to do that and have the confidence to be able to do that. Number 3 is the disease to please. And there's some history around this. It used to be, before women entered the workforce, that likability was the most important thing that they had, as their sort of arrow in their quiver. But now, as we've entered into the workforce, as women realizing more senior roles, the disease to please can sometimes work against us. So as you become a bigger leader, not apologizing all the time for everything, right? Whereas you're not apologizing about simple things that are basically out of your control. The other thing is that we tend to make ourselves a little bit smaller so that we take up less space. And it's language like just, or I'm sorry, or I just need a minute of your time. Those things diminish our ask before we've even actually made the ask. The final piece, and I really love this one, is that you've got to not only think about the seat that you're about to occupy, but you've also got to think about the career trajectory. So in other words, Carla Harris is one of my favorite speakers on this topic. She says, anytime you come into a job, it's not only important to enlist allies from day one, but it's to think about the seat that you're about to occupy and the seat that you want to occupy maybe 3 to 5 years down the road. And what allies do you need to enlist in order to be able to cultivate the capabilities to occupy that seat a few clicks down the road? I hope you find any of this helpful. Next week, we are speaking to Nihal Mehta, who is a VC. He is also a big supporter of his wife, who is Reshma Sajani, the founder of Girls Who Code, and he's going to be talking about how to turn rejections into introductions. He spoke at Brunchworks, and I thought this was an amazing set of tips that he offered to the audience there, and I'm looking forward to sharing it with you at Lady Drinks. You can sign up for that. It's August 12th, and you can sign up for that at ladydrinks.com. Hey, I hope you're having a great day.